Okay, so your language arts video is, let me turn that off. This is your language arts video, and here are some of your skills for this week. So our first one is common and proper nouns. So let's take a look at the differences between a common and a proper noun. So there is a difference. So a common noun would be a person, place, or a thing, just like you have learned in the past. And a proper noun would be a specific name. So instead of he, which would be a common noun, Mr. Hodge, or Jack, or John, those are proper nouns, so names. So a common noun would be street. A proper noun would be a name of the street, like Eagle Street. That would be a proper noun. So names would be a proper noun. Okay, so let's take a look at some. So we want to select the proper noun. So the old blue car, so that would be a noun. Old blues are just describing a type of car, but that would be a common noun, and a proper noun would be Mrs. Hodge. Okay, so then we are looking for proper noun. So her cousin would be actually a noun, a common noun. It has never seen Grand Canyon National Park. So that is a proper noun. It's a name of a national park. So just national park, that would be a common noun, but since it has a name, it's a proper noun. All right, a common noun is what we're looking for this time. Richland Toy Company, that would be a proper noun. It's the name of a company. It's a specific name. Sells the best games. Games would be our common noun because it's not giving a specific name of a game. The new boat belongs to Grandpa, and we need to find the proper noun. Grandpa. Grandpa would be our proper noun. Boat would be our common noun. Her uncle is driving to Fairfax. Fairfax is the name of a city. We know that because it's capitalized. That is a proper noun, and uncle would be our common noun. Okay, you kind of get the gist of it, and you'll be doing an assignment for that. And then let's go back to our other skills. So finding the theme. So you are going to find the theme the author is trying to get across to you in your stories this week. And so let's go ahead and take a look at what that means. So let's go ahead and read what the theme is if I can find it here. There we go, a theme. The theme of a story is the author's message. Think about what characters do and say in a story. That can help you decide on what a theme is. So you're going to use key details to figure out the theme. So, for instance, in this story, Nancy learns a lesson. Turtle and fish work together to solve a problem. This is the story's theme. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be filling out a graphic organizer that has detail, 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 and then a theme down here. And the theme is what you're going to, so here, working together is a good way to solve problems. So you're going to decide the theme because of the details. So here you're going to put the details of why you came up with that theme. Sometimes there's more than one theme in a story, but you have to back it up with details. So you'll be doing an assignment that looks like this. And I think you have to do it twice this week. It might be 3 times, where you have to come up with a theme, what the author's message, what is the author's message they're trying to get across to you after you read it. And then you come up with the details of what made you come up with that theme, or what made you come up with what you think the author's trying to teach you in a story. Because sometimes stories are not just to entertain you. They're to teach you a lesson, or to sometimes they're there to entertain, but sometimes if you learn something from it. So it's up to you kind of to decide that. Sometimes there's more than one theme, and you have to figure that out. All right, let's go on to our next. So it's a folk tale. What is a folktale? Let's go ahead and read about that. So Anansi Learns a Lesson is a folktale. You'll be reading that. It is a short story passed from person to person in a culture. Okay? And it usually has a message. So that kind of does go along with the theme, because a folktale has a message or a lesson the author's teaching through the folktale or through the story. So that is what a folktale is. He says, I can tell that Anansi learns a lesson after you read it is a folktale. It says this person learned something about Anansi's culture. She also learned a lesson. So there's a couple different things that this person learned through the story. The message or lesson of folktale is sometimes found at the end of a story. It is a message the author thinks that it is important. So it's up to you to kind of decide that theme. And then our next thing we're talking about is antonyms. Okay, so let's go back to that book. Oh, bummer. It just closed out. Let me open that. Okay, so antonyms. Antonyms are words that have opposite meanings. Let's go ahead and read the rest of this. Synonyms would be the same meanings, and antonyms are opposites. So we're going to look in Anansi Learns a Lesson. I see that the word filthy in sentence on page 104. I'm not sure what filthy means, so I'll look for context clues. It says, I see the word clean. I know that what clean means. When I reread, I see that clean and filthy are antonyms. So those are complete opposites. So sometimes you can see what words mean by using antonyms. Sometimes we can describe words by their opposites. A lot of times we describe words by their synonyms, which are words that mean alike. So a synonym for filthy would be dirty, but an antonym is clean. It's the exact opposite. Opposite of night is day. That would be an antonym. The opposite of tall is short. Those are antonyms. Okay, so an antonym, very easy. All right, that covers those skills, and you can go back and watch this video if you have questions.